everyone. Thanks for joining us for another Aftershow reaction. The Mandalorian, Episode 6, Chapter 22. Uh, Guns for Hire. Piece of trash.
Piece of junk.
Yeah, what a piece of
Yeah.
junk.
Yeah.
I mean, right here. This isn't the way. This show is like veering off into something else. And oh man, all right. What did you think, Alex?
I think that it was a piece of junk. I think that, like I was saying this off camera, I think this is the worst episode of the whole show. Like
Mm,
for 3 seasons, I think this is by far the worst. I think this season is the worst.
yeah,
Like even when there's moments that we've loved and we've talked about, and it's like, oh, this is so much fun. This season has no reason to be.
yeah.
It's just a bunch of moments that take you nowhere. And I really don't like that. I'm not into that. And yeah, man, I'm sad that the show is taking us this route.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Of course, Mandalorian has so much potential, and they bring on these people: Jack Black, Christopher Lloyd, Lizzo. I mean, Lizzo's not an actor, but I mean, she did fine in the episode. That was
Yeah, I don't like her character. Like I don't know her. I didn't like her character, but she didn't do a bad job. Like it's like when
yeah,
what we've said in the past about other actors. She did what she was asked to do.
yep, exactly.
Jack
Yeah,
Black,
nothing. It
I
was
think
Jack
it's
Black.
a super wasted opportunity. I always like when they bring comedians to a more serious show and they gave them serious roles.
Yeah,
And I think
yep,
they should have done that with him. If they made him a really bad Imperial, have him play the serious character, that would have been cool.
yeah,
But you had him playing Jack Black like it was
yeah,
like watching School of Rock, and for me, that's like I've seen
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
just
and Christopher Lloyd too. I mean like I said earlier, the whole show is just a bad video game you can't get out of.
yeah.
Uh, with Bo-Katan, um, Bo-Katan, the NPC. Let's just get this done. They get in the pod, they go somewhere, they stop. Let's just get this done. They're going to another stop. Let's just
We
get this done. And
wasted
they get out
like
again.
7
And it's
minutes
like,
of the episode in that pod.
yeah, yeah. If somebody could, I don't know, edit the episode, them getting in the pod and then them going out of the pod for their final stop to the Mandos.
But
Um,
that's the magic of movie editing. That's
yeah,
like you don't have to show someone, like that's why movies are cool. You don't have to show people doing the boring stuff. You just
yes,
take them to the place where you want to see them.
yeah.
Like
We don't.
that's like what really that's one of the things that they taught me the first day in film school. Like you don't have to show someone entering their home, leaving their keys at the door. Go straight to the point that's interesting. And that
Yeah,
fuck it just
yeah,
uh,
and yeah,
we wasted a lot of time again.
yes. OG fan, thanks for joining us. 5 minutes of Star Wars with 20 minutes of trash. Yeah, it was more like 35 minutes of trash, and then like 2 minutes of cool stuff with just
Yeah.
the Mandos. Walks up. Oh, you want to fight? Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Cool stuff. Everything before that, because it was a 46, 42 minute episode, I want to say. And the whole thing was wasted.
Why bring
Um,
Christopher Lloyd in?
yeah, I know. He's so great, and they bring in these great people, and this is what happens to them. They're turned into a joke. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, and they're completely wasted as actors in Star Wars. And this is what you want to do. Like it's terrible. Like even
It,
I'll even get rid of the stuff in the beginning that showed where Axe Woves and the crew were. With that stupid love story there, that was pointless.
yep.
I mean, they could have been on somewhere cool. Guns for Hire. guns for hire. They're not.
I thought we were gonna see Moff Gideon. Honestly, when I saw the ship, I
Yeah,
thought Moff Gideon or some dark troopers were gonna jump the man. I thought something like that was gonna happen, but no, it was just like this stupid joke.
yeah. Yeah, we're not imperial. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, man. And then, yeah, come on, Prince, we're gonna take you home, and like, shit.
yeah,
It was just
yeah.
an entire wasted story.
Yep. It's
With
like I it really bothered me also how Christopher Lloyd was delivering his lines, and the dialogue was so it was so bad. Like
you know,
he's telling the story about how he was against the Republic and everything, and it seemed that the person who wrote it, who was Jon Favreau, really doesn't care about the prequels. Really doesn't care about the story. Was just like, I'm gonna drop these names. I'm gonna say Count Dooku, just because right now
yeah,
people care about the prequels more than they did before. But
that's
it
what's
really, like, the moment when they could have had a better conversation, Bo-Katan electrocutes him or whatever, and
right.
the scene is done.
Yeah, any cool dialogue was just kiboshed.
Yeah.
This is one Jack Black. Star Wars is a meme itself at this point. Yeah, I immediately canceled my Disney.
Oh man. Well,
But yeah, I'm
only
gonna.
2 more weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish what this is. And good lord, just completely trashed John Favreau online, and you know, I don't. Filoni didn't write this. John Favreau did.
King
Um,
Farrick.
uh, yeah, Barrack indeed. I mean, if it was written by Filoni, I think it would have been more of a story. This is, I mean, I don't know who else has a writing credit on this episode. I'd have to look.
No idea.
But
Grogu is a joke now.
yes,
Grogu is like Olaf, the stupid snowman from was it the movie
yeah,
Chosen? I
yeah,
feel that it's like that. Like the whole joke of him going after food. In the first 2 seasons, he wouldn't have done that.
right,
Like
yeah,
even if he
and
was hungry, like if he doesn't trust you, he just doesn't trust you.
yeah, and he just jumps at
Yeah,
I don't even know the character, the princess or whatever.
yeah. He's just a joke now, and he doesn't. There, like he didn't have a like. I understand why he was in the other episodes where with the scene that I love with the armorer, but here, like he could have just stayed in the other planet with the other Mandalorians, with the armorer,
Yeah,
and we could have had just Bo-Katan and Mando here.
and
Grogu
why?
was unnecessary.
Yeah, and why is Mando in Bo-Katan's ship? He has his own ship. That's another thing that bugged me. I'm like, why is he co-pilot? He's got his own ship. I mean, yeah, they're
Because they
going to the
need
same place. He's got his own ship. And when they're chasing that droid, they could have jetpacked to that.
the only
Someday.
person who wrote it was Jon Favreau. Just checked.
Yeah, it was just okay. It was just John
Yes,
Favreau. Somebody needs to keep him in check because if you're gonna stop, you gotta stop wasting episodes. Like especially episode 6, you got 2 left. What the hell are you doing with the story? There's
we don't have a story.
yeah, it's a joke at this point. No,
And the
yeah,
whole dark saber thing, that scene at the end, I wasn't a fan either.
right. That was just
So
like, oh, here you go. We don't want to have Bo-Katan and Din fight. Just give it to her.
we had 5 minutes of exposition of something that we already knew.
Hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, Bo-Katan won the dark saber. We talked about it. Like
Yep.
the dark saber is hers now. We
Yeah.
talked about it weeks ago. We knew that. Like, why didn't they bring that up 2 episodes ago when they were at the caves or something?
Yeah, when it
Could have
happened.
been
you deserve this. Like,
Like she could have just pulled the dark saber from her belt. Oh,
goes ahead.
no.
Kylo Ren fell.
Oh, to the dark side.
Yep. He's all right.
She could
He's
have just pulled the dark saber when she's with Axe Wolves.
yep.
He's like, oh, you think I don't have it? Here it is. It's mine now.
Yep.
They could have done something like that. Just we didn't need the exposition. Like it was super obvious that she won that dark saber. It
Yeah.
wasn't dramatic. Like I didn't feel that. Even the way it was shot, like it wasn't like, oh my god, this is like she's a leader now. No, it was just like,
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it was like, it was like her sister giving it to her. I mean, she could have earned it in some other way, where the Mandos could have saw or something, something a little more respectable.
yeah, it was very, very bad episode. I think I gave it on IMDb a 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't even think it deserves that high, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the scoring system? Is it 1 through 10 or?
Yeah, it has. Let me tell you how much it has right now. I think it has a 7 so far, but it's gonna drop.
Hmm.
Like I was like before going to bed last night, I was watching the Star Wars Theory. That guy was super angry, and he made a poll, and like 70% of the people didn't like the episode. That's a lot. Like
That's a lot.
that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's too much.
That's how bad the episode
Yeah.
actually was. I was expecting that scene, and she recused Din. To be honest, so I knew it was coming and had prepared.
You were prepared. Oh,
Well, I mean, they could have. I gotta get in there. They could have done it better than that. They could have dedicated an entire episode of her actually winning it, or and that wouldn't have seemed like a derailment. It wouldn't have seemed like getting in and out of a pod, going, "Oh, let's just get this done." Yeah.
we're gonna have Moff Gideon for an episode, maybe 10 minutes.
Yep. Well, I don't even.
No.
I'm not even expecting a whole lot with these last 2 episodes.
Me neither.
Just a joke at this point. I mean, episode 3 was, I think it was episode 3, the Pershing one. Was that episode 3? It was just so, it's just so boring. But at least, like you said, it was trying to tell a story. And this one was just like, there was no story. It's like they had no ability to write one. How's it going, Michael?
Mike.
Hey guys,
How's it going?
it's going.
Tell us your thoughts. Show us your hate.
Yes, please. Yes, good.
Yeah.
What'd you think, man?
I think he's muted.
No. They should have had this discussion between themselves during that episode or next time. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think it's very honorable from Din to be like, "This is yours." I like that, but I think it would have been cool to have like this conversation with them. Like, no, that doesn't belong to me.
Hot
It does.
garbage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hot
Steaming.
garbage.
Yeah.
Hot garbage.
Yeah. It was so incredibly bad. I mean, it's so incredibly bad.
2 years.
There's no way to explain it either. No way. Oh, they tried to do this. No, there was just It was unexcusable how bad this was.
You know, obviously Favreau and Filoni didn't get the memo because that Force's female is still hanging around. Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, I love Bo-Katan. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, this episode, this was her show.
Yeah.
And once again, she saves him. You know, when they're. You notice how she overruns him when they're going after the droid.
Mm-hmm.
And she also gets the last shots in to save him when they go after. I mean,
yeah,
that's a pattern.
Yep, 100%.
You know, he can't seem to do anything by himself anymore. All of a sudden, he can't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Mandalorian just became like whoever Mandalorian, whoever. Instead of Din Djarin being the Mandalorian, it's whoever they want it to be.
Yeah, or even if you wanted to tell someone else's story, like why make your lead character for the past 2 seasons an idiot? Because he wasn't that. Like he was the most. He was resourceful. He was a good fighter, and now he's just like, even the way he was acting towards the droids, that wasn't him.
Right.
He wasn't that kind of person.
No.
He was
he wasn't crazy about droids, but he wasn't that expressive.
No,
right.
he was.
He never liked droids. I remember that. That's something that goes back to the very beginning. No, he does not like droids. He has a prejudice.
Yeah,
but he never
acted like that.
He would say it once or twice or there, but he wouldn't be like, just rattle on about it.
Yeah.
This thing was written for 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I thought I was watching like Sesame Street, or at one point it reminded me of and you guys might be too young. Well, you've seen reruns, I'm sure. But it just reminded me of the old Saturday morning HR Puff and stuff. You know, you have your human characters. First of all, I thought they kind of overdid it with the puppets and stuff. And it started, like I said, it started to turn into like, the Muppet Show and everything. It was like it was a few humans around, and then it just, and then it didn't. Lizzo and Jack Black. Now, I mean, I really felt like it was like the Muppet. It got really weird. I said, "This is a children's show.
Yeah,
what's going on? This is."
Yeah, and they only added them guys, or it seems like they only adding these people to stay relevant. To try and
I don't have a problem with having like Lizzo or whoever else because Star Wars and all other IPs have always done that for generations. You have guest stars that come on and go, "Oh, that's so and so." So I have no problem. Right? Why are you doing this with them? What is this?
Yeah, they take Christopher Lloyd, and they write him for shit.
It was like a comedy.
Yeah. Yep.
There was nothing serious about him, or at least let me put it this way: they could have made something serious out of him. But,
and they need to have a talk with Jon Favreau or whoever approved this, that this shouldn't happen again.
Oh,
this is ridiculous. And if this happens in the last 2 episodes, just scrap them because they're crap.
You notice the pattern here? Like, I have to tell you, this episode right here is as bad as any of those worst Boba Fett episodes. This episode right here ranks with. This is some of the worst Star Wars I've ever seen.
I think that the Book of Boba Fett was better than this episode.
This was some of the worst Star Wars I've ever seen.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, there were a couple of elements slivers of really cool stuff.
Yeah. And
nothing.
That goes back to the Boba Fett and Obi-Wan. Cool elements don't make a good show.
No.
you can put cool stuff in there, but if your story's shit and if you can't write it, it's crap. Scooter Gang, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, like it's just like everything in the book of Boba Fett, at least even when it was awful, it felt like it was going somewhere. Here, the only thing that we know is that they want to retake Mandalore. That's all we know. Why? We don't know. Just because Bo-Katan wants it.
But they don't have to retake it. It's sitting there. Nobody's claiming it.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's not even.
That's what I don't understand is why did Carl Weathers' character have to give them a patch of land? There's Mandalore right there. Go back to it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's. I mean, you gotta. I'm sure fight with those one things in there.
Well. If they're all united, I'm sure they'll probably win out.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. You know, they'll take it over easy because nobody's living there.
So this whole thing about it doesn't make it none. Man, oh man, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Are they on drugs? What?
I think John Favreau and the approving higher ups, they're the ones on drugs.
But very, very bad drugs.
Yeah.
This writing is insane. I couldn't understand anything that was going on with the whole Lizzo, Jack Black, and Christopher Lloyd. I was like, well, I don't even understand what this has anything to do with anything.
Anything. Yeah. It's. Yeah. You just. Yeah.
A droid bar?
Oh yeah.
A droid bar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. They go to get oil there. That's incredible. It's so smart.
Come on, guys. Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, wow.
And then they try to turn it into a forensics kind of thing. Well, we're looking at this oil and this thing, and it's showing us we got letters here. And come on, people.
And the droids have feelings now.
See, that's why I'm saying this was written for kids. If I was 8 years old, I would have loved this episode.
I don't think I would have liked it.
Even at that age,
yeah.
You know, something you're absolutely right. Because when I was 8, I knew better. You're right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have loved it.
I swear, like, I don't think I would have liked it. Just because.
No, I wouldn't have.
I don't know. Like, it's.
You're right.
It's
just garbage.
And Christopher Lloyd felt like his character from Roger Rabbit.
I know, man.
It
was so loony, man.
It was really cartoony.
Yeah.
And he's a really good actor. Like when you see him in One
really,
Flew Over
really
the
felt
Cuckoo's
like
Nest,
Saturday morning.
He's a super serious actor when he wants, and this was a chance to have a serious episode that they wanted to have like that comedy stupidity in it.
Yeah, they should have said. They should have said no. I don't know if they just wanted to be in Star Wars, or or on the set it seemed more serious.
Come on. But you know there's no way in the world it could have came off any more serious.
I think this was like when Liam Neeson accepted the job without reading the script. Like, oh, it's Star Wars, I have to be in it.
Yeah.
I think it was more like that, like, oh, they want me in Star Wars, I'll do it. And then like, oh, the script is not very good, but I already signed for this. So.
I mean, you know, would I rather not seen Lizzo and Jack Black in it? Absolutely. But if you have to have them in there, can you write something
better?
They could have done something awesome with Jack Black.
Yeah, utilize your artists, man.
Yeah. Yeah, like comedians doing serious roles Look at Bill Burr, like he was in Breaking Bad too. Like they can play serious characters, and they're very good portraying, like showing
listen,
emotions.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
We're long past the days where acting used to be a specialized craft. Now you can be a damn football player, you can be a ballet dancer, you could be a game show host, you could be you could be a garbage man, and then overnight you can be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it used to be. There's no really stars out there anymore. Not like it used to be. No superstars, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not really all that disappointed because look at we kind of we saw it, and this has been prevalent. It's not like this is the first time. I mean, we're just seeing it now in a show that we love.
Yeah.
And we're seeing how it's like a virus, and it's going through all of Star Wars lore everywhere.
Yeah.
And nasty, horrible writing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see the arguments now. Oh, Star Wars is for kids. Why are you getting all bent out of shape about it? It's for kids anyway.
What? But it was.
It's not.
If you go back and watch the original trilogy, there's some pretty horrific things that a guy gets his hand cut off.
Yeah.
By his father.
Well, even in the first, even in the beginning of Star Wars, the guy gets his arm chopped off. There was blood.
Yeah.
In the third one,
Luke's uncle.
There's a Wookiee who actually gets killed, and a baby Wookiee is crying over its dead mother. You remember that?
The Ewoks, yeah.
Yep.
So it's not like Star Wars has never had adult, imaginations, I guess it is, put into it.
But they knew how to combine both worlds, like the seriousness with the comedy, and that's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like Star Wars has been strictly written for kids. It was written with kids in mind, but it also was written for adults to enjoy. Yeah, sit there and watch all of these movies with not like them.
Or it's like Pixar movies; they are not entirely for kids.
No, right?
Up was pretty adult, wasn't it? Up was very adult.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was another one. I forgot the name, about a musician that dies. That movie it wasn't. Mm-hmm. It wasn't for kids entirely. There's some others, but just because you say that it's a family movie doesn't mean it's for kids. And it even feels like you're trying to say that kids are stupid.
Yeah.
And kids are not stupid.
Really bad.
And I'm not the biggest kids guy, and I don't think like kids are not dumb.
But once again, we also have to remember that this was all written before things really started to cave in. So we're seeing old stale scripts. I mean, they're bad either way. It doesn't matter. They're still bad.
Yeah.
Because they can't correct it. They can't correct this because this was all filmed too long ago.
You know what I'm beginning to feel, Mike? That this are rewrites.
No, there's no way.
I swear that I think that they had to do some rewrites in the middle, like they were super close to production.
Okay.
And that they had to do adjustments.
Mm.
And they didn't know what to do. I'm not saying that they rewrote the whole season, but I'm saying that some things
toward the end parts of it.
Like they had the plot figured out, but some things they had to change in the middle, like right before they started shooting.
Yeah.
And that's like, damn.
But you know what I don't understand? I would give them the excuse that they got derailed because they had a story with Gina Carano in mind.
Hmm.
But there's enough time now that has passed where you can correct everything. You can write your ship now.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand, or what I won't understand, let's put it that way, because like I said, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, even though I don't. I'm not saying that they get away with really bad writing, but I'm just gonna. However, the Mandalorian this season ends. It's over. Whatever it is, I'm looking for whatever comes after this, because there's no more excuses.
Hmm.
There are none, and if they had the chance to write a different story arc for Mandalorian, it might have been better. So I'll give them that. They got sidelined. It doesn't excuse episodes like this,
Right.
but after this season, because I'm not holding any hope out that the rest of the season is going to make up for. Actually, this episode right here is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It just totally blew away everything else they did.
Yeah.
It cheapens it. And here's the other thing. First of all, I don't care who he is. Axe Wolves couldn't lead me 5 feet. What a douche he is.
Yeah.
The other thing, they're cheapening the Mandalorian lore. Like, okay, so here's a moment where you got the dark saber up for grabs, and you got this moment where the leadership can change. But instead of making it more ritualistic, like why do you have to just jump into a fight right there? First of all, and they even showed it was kind of stupid. They jump into a fight right there with everybody standing around. Because remember, Axe Wolves almost shoots a missile right into Agnew.
Yeah.
So, first of all, why did you have to jump into a fight? Why isn't it more ritualistic? Like, okay, so you're vying for the status. They should say, "Or take some time, go away, meditate." You know what I'm saying? Breathe. We will resume this, in so many hours. Give it a little bit more of a build up, because that whole thing about taking it happened so fast. It was a horrible choreographed fight scene.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like, is that all it took? There's no majesty in it. It was so cheaply turned over. I like the fact that Mando said, no, she should have it. I love that.
Yeah.
That was great, because I even said in some previous episodes that he doesn't need that thing. So I have no problem with that. But the stuff all that other stuff that they wrote with it's like, it's so stupid. Man.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you guys fighting right here? You got people around, you got to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Ay. Just what I want. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And I didn't hear Axe Wolves yield at all. Did he say I yielded?
What was that?
Axe Wolves, I don't think he said I yield or.
Oh, you mean like when he was giving it up?
Yeah. When she said,
when he was conceding?
Yeah.
He conceded.
He
conceded to her. Yeah, he conceded to her.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he did. Yep. Oh, you're absolutely right, Beam. It's so polar opposite. Like, it's like 120 below zero.
Yeah.
We're going to freeze to death.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
exactly. He didn't say the words. Yeah, he didn't say I yield.
Well, something. It hardly matters.
Yeah. Well,
it does, because
I mean, even in this joke episode, yeah. But
yeah, it hardly matters, because she earned it, and Mando passed it over rightly. So,
yeah. Well,
screw Axe Wolves.
He lost, but he didn't say I yield, which
Okay, so
you have to say it if you yielded. I mean,
you have
you
to say
can just
you.
go, nah, okay, and then yeah.
Well, here's the problem. They don't write consistently enough.
Yeah.
So it might be a moot point anyway. I mean, you're probably right, Blue, but they're going to probably write like they didn't say it before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't say that.
Yeah. It may come up later.
But Alex might be right. They're clearly writing in the moment.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And then we'll just hire get these cameos in here just to distract you from our crappy writing.
And Kathleen Kennedy ain't going to say nothing.
Oh no, she shouldn't say anything. She should shut the hell up.
She would want the Mandalorian to self-destruct anyway.
Yeah, there's nothing she can say.
No, but I'm saying while they were writing this, even if she got wind of the writing, she wouldn't say anything because she would want them to, even if she thought it was bad, she'd let it go. She'll let it go past so they don't look bad.
Yeah, somebody should have said it was bad. I mean,
that's what. Yep.
Yeah.
But see, that's what you have when you have so much.
Sorry, guys. I was trying to solve the issue with my Dark Trooper.
Oh,
what was going on?
Are they going to?
Oh yeah, but I have a bigger problem. They want me to ship it back, and I can't ship it back.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Alex. Ship what back?
My Dark Trooper arrived yesterday, and I just opened the box, and the thing was all scratched up, like has a ton of scratches, and it was all dusty, and it felt like someone opened it and then closed it back. And I wanted a replacement. Yeah, but they want me to ship the figure back, and I can't.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Who'd you get it from?
Sideshow. Yeah. It's okay. I think I'm gonna figure it out with them. So.
Yeah, they're pretty much Beam. It was just like big.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pointless. That could have been played by almost anyone. Yeah, 100%.
It's just, man.
They take these good, artists and waste them, and then later tout about it. Oh, look what we got, and then
there is no way in hell that Favreau and Filoni weren't somehow. They had to have been told to do this. Because if you look at some of the episodes in the first season, and episodes in the second season, and even the standalone episodes, there was just something so real feeling about it. It just felt real.
Yeah.
What he was trying to do. It felt real. And now it's just a lot of fluff. And where's this fluff all of a sudden coming from? Because the story seemed like it was on a firm path to somewhere. And I thought that there was, this third season was going to be this second meeting with Moff Gideon, and this whole dark saber thing was going to build up to something even bigger than that. They give you the impression that something that happens is going to lead to something bigger with that particular thing in mind, and it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They start something and you think that they're building on it. You go, oh, they concluded it already. Oh, is that all you're using it for? And then they're off to something else.
Yeah.
I'm like, so that just trips me up too. I don't know what's an ongoing story and what is just sideshow stuff. What is the can somebody answer this for me? What is supposed to be the end to this? How is this supposed to end?
The season?
Yeah.
Oh, with a cliffhanger.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, with a cliffhanger that leads us to Ahsoka. I think that's what's gonna happen, and I wouldn't mind that if all the season would have been good, or there was a
Right.
really interesting story to tell. But every episode has been like, okay, this is cool. Oh, now we're gonna get the good stuff, and something bad happens, and it's been like that since episode one. Like, okay, episode one was okay. I didn't mind it. I know some people hated it. I liked it. Episode two was better. I'm like, okay, this is gonna get really good. Episode three was garbage.
Yeah.
And episode four, what was episode four? I don't even remember.
Yeah. Maybe
Like that's how good it has been.
Yeah. It was only a couple weeks ago, and yeah, they're hardly memorable episodes.
Yeah.
Well, see-
Crappy one.
This was like Clone Wars and Rebels, but I remember like Rebels had some really bad episodes. Really childish, but that show was more focused to kids.
Hmm.
It was the first Disney show, so
Yeah.
I understand. And but the
And that,
plot
even
overall
that
from-
got better overall.
yeah. Yeah,
They-
and as Ezra was growing, also the theme of the episodes and how the characters acted and everything. But
Yeah. But see, everybody is saying stuff that reflect what I said. Mario, he's talking about, yes, cartoon. I was saying earlier, Mario, this is like a Saturday morning, like HR Puffin stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they overdid it with the character, the droids and the puppets, and they treated this like it's a Saturday morning HR Puffin stuff, Muppets. It's
Yeah. And unless the last two episodes are something grand, there's no way to say it.
it's so far removed.
Yeah,
See,
it's
what
so
I
slow.
thought was going to happen, I thought the story arc was going to be the rise of Mando and the Darksaber, so that like the end of this season, the final end of the season, I thought was going to be, you know, this final confrontation between him and Moff Gideon, and maybe throw Bo-Katan in, or whatever. The ending was going to be this huge build up to who will finally possess the Darksaber.
they did.
But on the way there, all of this other stuff started coming in and taking away from it. Didn't you guys think that's what this whole thing was going to be about? That's what I thought it was going to be about. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
This
I'm
is
off.
like they even like they all that you're saying about Darksaber. They set the whole thing up in Book of Boba Fett. They had an episode focused mainly on the myth of the Darksaber,
Yes.
on what makes you. And it was like the prologue for the season, supposedly. And we haven't had any real lore about it. We haven't had any real, like, more story about why this Darksaber is so important for the Mandalorian culture. It's just like, now it's just this MacGuffin that it's there.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
I am, like, even at this point, I really want to see Thrawn. It's one of my favorite Star Wars characters since I was young. And right now, if he shows up, I don't feel like it's even worth it
Right.
to have him there, because there's nothing that has lead me there. Like the Empire is really nowhere to be seen except for those TIE bombers that appear in Bo-Katan's planet. But why? What are they trying to do? Like, we don't know. Are they still looking for Grogu? Do they like? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't think they should, especially after this episode. I don't think they should have anybody else come through, because they clearly can't write them properly. I mean, you go back to the end of episode or the season 2. I mean, that was great with Luke, and that was great with Boba Fett, and then anything after that just went to shit. And it's like they don't know how to write it after that. Even including Mando.
Yeah, because they didn't have a story.
Yeah.
they weren't interested in that story. It was more like, you guys, here's a check. I
Yeah.
need you to write more seasons. Yeah, the show has a lot of potential, but wasted potential, and
Yeah, this show just wasted potential. Yeah.
really like
What do we got? 3 more? No.
Two.
How many
Two more.
episodes?
two.
2.
2 more?
Mm-hmm.
And who's directing them? Rick. Yeah, the I forgot his name. Rick.
Famuyiwa.
Yeah.
Even if they threw Thrawn in at the last minute, at the very end, there's no guarantee they're going to do anything right by him the next
It's
season.
not worth it. It's not
Right.
worth it. It's just like when they show Darth Maul and
You
at
can't
the end of
continue
Han
to
Solo,
do this. You can't continue to throw out these
Easter eggs
member berries
yeah.
to people
Yeah.
and just screw them over with these horrible cameos and bad returns.
Really
Yeah.
not worth it. Not worth it. Waste of time. And really, like, I don't know if I want to see Thrawn now.
Well, just like last season when the rumor was that Han Solo was going to show up, I said not in the middle of all of this mess.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know,
they
you've already destroyed him for me anyway. You killed him.
his should we rely on legacy characters to make the show great? No, absolutely not. They should make the star of the show great. They should make,
and we shouldn't be relying on. I am so tired of them needing to put superstar. I want to see Marvel and DC make movies now with superheroes, and I want to see unknowns playing them. I'm tired of these Hollywood actors getting involved because now they want to change scripts, they want to change IP, they want to get involved. The friggin' Rock, yeah, he screwed it. He screwed it for you, fans of. He screwed it for me as far as getting Affleck back as Batman.
Yeah, that's why they are recasting Superman probably with an unknown. Probably Batman as well.
Tired of these stars getting involved. They screw everything up.
Yeah, they're too focused on the star, and
it shouldn't be more. Nobody should be more important than the IP. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
And if you could bring the great actors in Hollywood back from out of time, they'd tell you the same thing. We're nothing without the creator.
Yeah.
We're nothing.
As being said, Favreau wrote most of the season alone. And somebody needs to keep him in check.
Kennedy.
Kennedy. I got Kennedy written all over it. Yeah. Yeah, it seems that way. And it's amazing
she's not. They said that she wasn't involved in this, but I see all kinds of Kennedy crap. The forced female is up in here, man.
Yeah. And well, because I don't think anybody wants her job. If she leaves, somebody has to take it over. I don't think anybody.
She's officially out. It's just matter of
I think
the next year or so. I think a year, less than a year before Indy comes out, either before or after. She's supposed to be gone.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've been cleaning house of execs. Star Wars,
Should have.
Disney, everybody's cleaning house. Marvel's cleaning house. Good.
Yeah, I'll take a job too.
It's too little, too late, but hell, something's happening at least.
Yeah, right.
Should have done this 5, 6, 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Life's too short, man, to be waiting 3 seasons in between 3 seasons to see Mandalorian, and then this shows up. 3 years or 2 years, whatever.
Yeah. Kennedy. The last 5 years, Kennedy is never out. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, me too.
It could be our hell. This might be hell for us.
Yeah. So far, yeah. This is
the ratings are awful on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should, as they should.
So
yeah, because
ratings should reflect the right.
it's just, I don't know, really wasted potential, wasted time, and it sucks that like I always stay awake at night just to watch it. I stopped doing stuff just to watch it, and
Yeah.
it was something fun for me, important, and it's turning out to be just like
A chore.
really.
This series,
And
this
really,
particular character, the whole concept of the storyline, it's like it's a no friggin' brainer. Because if you're going to extract the essence of these 50s, 60s sort of spaghetti westerns, right, all the way down to your concept painting, all you got to do is write episodes like they did too, you dummies.
Yeah.
Make them one-off episodes, no connecting tissue. Yes, you can have characters come and go every once in a while. And you see that same character again. Oh, hey, that's what so-and-so. But different storylines. If you guys, you guys ever seen, even if it's reruns on YouTube, clips of an old TV series called The Rifleman?
No.
Guys, this show, and I guarantee you, Favreau and Filoni has watched this, and I guarantee you they've pulled from this too, just like I can name a bunch of other stuff. Because it wasn't just the Clint Eastwood spaghetti western. They pulled from all these TV shows. Anyway, The Rifleman was a western about a guy. His wife was dead. He was a widower, and he has a son. And he has a ranch. And each episode, and he's really good friends with the sheriff in town. You guys familiar with an actor named Chuck Connors?
All right,
Okay.
even though you're down here, Chuck Connors is the man.
There you go. So Chuck Connors is the name of the actor who played the Rifleman. But each episode, the thing that made the Rifleman so bad is that he carried this rifle that had a catch and release on it, and he could flick the rifle down, pow, pow, pow. It had like an arm, extended arm. Yes, it was a Winchester, and it had an extended, and you pow, 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 and you would flip the rifle. He was so bad with it. He could take on any pistol, any fast draw, anytime. He's a bad dude, but he was a humble father-son relationship. He had his farm, but people would show up and F with him.
Huh.
And there were episodes where there was this one episode where he was taken by these rustlers, and they took him out to the desert, beat his ass. You know, he came back, and even his son saw how his father was all, disheveled. He had marks around his neck and everything. By the end of the episode, though, the dad took all of those guys out, just like a Clint Eastwood movie. Anyway, each episode had this great father and son relationship outside of just everything that was going on. It was really great father and son relationship. The son was learning how to be honorable and how to fight with dignity and all of this kind of stuff. All they have to do with the Mandalorian is use that type of template, because the Mandalorian and Grogu are exactly what the Rifleman was. It's the exact same tale. Here's a loner, a loner kind of guy. He's got a kid, he's trying to keep the kid safe. He's raising the kid, but he's always up against different adversities. It's so, and they could write a beautiful series doing that. But, this is just like you said, it's a waste. It's a waste of an idea. Yeah, man. Andy Griffith, absolutely. That kind of stuff is heartwarming. It has its degree of, and even if you want to take the Andy Griffith element out of it, it still has its moments of sometimes darkness, and deep peril.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's unfortunate. It really is.
very unfortunate. This isn't the way.
Yeah.
Oh, you know that's a meme right there. This is not the way.
Yeah, blue started that. This isn't the way.
So, Alex, where do we go from here?
Oh man, I have no idea. I have no idea. Like even like I in my mind, like even if the next two episodes are good, all the bad that has happened is just too much, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't.
Like I
I,
say, you can't unsee it.
No, and even if those two episodes are good, like what then? Like, so you really didn't have a season to tell. You just had two episodes of story to tell.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do? And then what about the next season? Like, how long are we gonna have to wait for it? Is it gonna be just like this one? Is Grogu gonna continue to be like just this comedic character that doesn't do anything?
They even had him out of character.
Yeah, he's no longer like I was telling Blue, like back in the first two seasons, he would have never done that. Like, oh look here, there's food here.
Oh yeah, he's pretty cautious little guy.
Yeah, he was cautious because he knew the Empire was evil, and these guys were evil. And even if when he's force sensitive, he wouldn't have done that. Like they never showed you that he was like that. He was stubborn, and he was like this curious little guy who was eating the frog lady's eggs.
Yeah.
But
well, they treated him like he was just a pet.
yeah, right now it's like, oh, he's just a pet. Yeah.
Throw up a piece of food and he'll just jump.
Yeah, he's a dog. Like he goes with the hand that feeds him.
Not a master. Good Lord, what is a potential master?
Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time. So watch it, Beam. It's my favorite show of all time.
Now one day
That show is so good. And Breaking Bad, like I think it has 6 seasons, and I think there's only 2 bad episodes, and they have those 2 bad episodes just to build up for what's coming, and that's pretty cool. Like there's an episode that's horrible. It's one of the worst episodes ever. And Ryan Johnson directed it, but it was the whole idea of that episode was that you were like, this is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
How is it possible that this happened and now we're here? Like, why? And dude, oh, it's 6 because they split 5 in 2. It came a year after, but they say it's 5 seasons. Yeah. But man, now you're gonna start buying Breaking Bad toys.
What about you, Blue? How does the Star Wars future look for you? Hey, I'll tell you this, guys. Well, no, let me let you. I just asked you a question. Let me let you finish that. Go ahead.
It doesn't look good. I don't know where they go from here. I don't know how they can redeem themselves from here. I read somewhere that in the beginning, Favreau and them were saying that they were only going to have a certain amount of seasons, like very very low, or maybe 3 or 4. And then recently, he said, "Oh, we'll go as long as people want to see it." And I'll have to keep writing like this. Nobody's going to want to see it. Not a lot of people are going to come back. I'm certainly not going to come back if they keep writing like this. Even if they have a big bad, even if they show the big bad, I don't see a redemption for them for this season. Like it's just so mediocre at this point, and so especially with this episode is just so bad, like pointless, a joke. Yeah, I don't know how to get past it.
Yeah. Kind of.
Do it. I'm still like, one day we were talking. I was gonna buy them. I was gonna.
What is
buy
being
Mike
talking about?
About Breaking Bad. The
Hey, he said when he said Mike, I was wondering, was he talking to me?
Dude, I love Breaking Bad, and you probably
there's a character in Breaking Bad called Mike.
You already watched the bad episode. It's on season 3, and it's called The Fly. That's
There's a character named Mike in Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's like
okay.
a bodyguard, like the
Gotcha.
next couple. You guys really should watch it. It's
I
a
tried
great
that.
show.
I'm sorry. It's never going to happen, Alex.
I
Why?
tried watching the pilot. It was so bad. I couldn't. I haven't returned to it.
I don't have enough hours in the day to binge on any series beyond like the 2 seasons. If it's 6, nope. And Game of Thrones ain't happening. Not happening, man. I'm sorry. And a collective buddy here. A collective buddy here said, "Hey man, you need to start on the Clone Wars, the animated series." I saw there was 9 million of them. I watched the first one and I was out. Ain't happening. Mike and BB, I think he's my favorite character.
Yeah, Mike is amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah, and Beam, after you watch Breaking Bad, you need to watch Better Call Saul. Sometimes I think that Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad.
Blue, you gotta now. Is that for sure your favorite TV series of all time?
Yeah.
Blue, what's yours?
TV series? Oh man.
Yeah.
The one that comes to mind right now is probably Game of Thrones until season 8.
Very good.
That show was great until season 8.
Yeah, it's freaking fantastic. And then they did not stick that landing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what even got him hired onto Star Wars was the D.B. Weiss and David Benioff. They created the show, and then they get hired onto Star Wars, and then they rushed season 8 to be on Star Wars, and we saw how season 8 turned out.
Yeah.
No,
Breaking Bad another chance.
Crazy. Yeah.
They're rebooting Frasier. I don't know if you heard.
Well, not rebooted, but continuing. Yeah.
No. Nobody else is coming back but him. And it's going to have a dramatic element. It's going to be, I don't know if you want to say dark, but it's supposed to be a dramatic Frasier. That's what I've been told.
Oh.
None of the original stars.
That's a good idea, but
what was that again?
I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, he came up at Cheers. He was great in that, and then he did Frasier, which was a comedy show.
Yeah.
That was also one of my favorite series of all time.
Cheers was fantastic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't continue with the comedic roles, comedic Frasier,
none of the original star, none of the other cast is coming. It's just him.
I don't think I'll watch it. Oh, yeah, I know Lilith will be there. It's another sitcom, not Darker in Tone.
Is it? I heard it was gonna have. Okay. Either way, I know the other cast members aren't supposed to be coming back.
Yeah, I know they had somebody had posted a trailer type thing online and made it into a serious kind of thing. They even had clips of Kelsey Grammer and Niles. I forget his real name.
I'm sorry, Kirstie Alley passed away. I wanted to see her.
Yeah.
Even if it was just a one-off, I want an hour or 2 hour. I wanted to see a Cheers reunion so bad, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be hard to get Woody Harrelson. When those guys get really big stars, they still want to come back for the shows that made them great. Oh man.
Yeah, they better have cameos at least, or come back for an episode, and because even I can't even think of his name either. He was also in Cheers. Sam. Ted Danson. Ted Danson showed up in Frasier once. So did Woody Harrelson as that Cheers character.
And man, something is great that Ted Danson was by no means typecast. He's even to this day, he's still acting. I mean, it didn't typecast him at all. He's been getting roles all this time, and got a couple of. He got that one dramatic role made people really look at him differently as an actor. He played a real dramatic role where he was a molester, and it was a made-for-TV movie. And it was critically acclaimed. I think he might have been nominated for an Emmy, if not one, he won one, but I think it was nominated. And that was, because after Cheers, and all the comedy that he had done, once he did that, people were like, oh, this guy can really do stuff. They all showed up in Frasier once, except
yeah.
Who all showed up in Frasier?
The Cheers cast. Even
Woody Harrelson showed up?
Yeah, he was in an episode, yep.
Did I see that? I don't remember if I even saw it. I don't remember, man.
Yeah,
I remember this though. I used to work an evening job, man, and I would get home like 11 o'clock at night, and at 11 o'clock at night, one of the stations here in Detroit would show Cheers.
Nice.
I would get home from work, always watch the episode of Cheers, and then go to bed.
Oh yeah, that was another great show.
Great show. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah. So, what is your 1 through 10 on this episode?
0.
1.
1. No.
Yeah. It's non-existent.
Yeah.
I don't even recognize it. What were we talking about again?
Yeah, I give it a 1.
Yeah.
Just because I'm kind.
Yeah, being nice.
Yeah.
You're giving
Because
it a
I
1
know
as
that
well, Blue?
It was even shooting garbage is difficult, so I'll give it a 1.
Yeah, 1. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was cool seeing Christopher Lloyd. So, I'll give it a 1.
Oh man.
I won't go 0. 0.5.
0.5.
Yeah. Woody, Sam,
Sam and Diane all had their own separate episodes. The rest all showed up in one. Yeah, now I remember that. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember they did have their own apps.
Yeah.
I even like when they, eventually, they brought the newer character, Paul, the fat guy. He used to come to the bar too.
Yeah.
He wore the glasses and he had the.
Oh yeah.
Almost balding hair. Because there was one episode where Kirstie Alley's character was going through some stuff, and Rhea Perlman's character goes, "You're not doing too well, are you?" She goes, "No, I'm just so stressed out." And Rhea Perlman's character goes, "Did you talk to Paul?" And she goes, "No, I didn't talk to Paul." And then later on, there's another scene, and she's going all offhandedly, and Sam goes, "Have you talked to Paul?" He has a great outlook on life. "No, I haven't talked to Paul." And then so Paul comes into the bar after she leaves the room. She slams the door. She goes into the office. She slams the door. Paul comes in. Sam says, "You might want to go and talk to Dan. Talk to Carrie. She's not doing too well." And Paul goes into the back office, close the door. Silence. And then Paul comes back out. He goes, "Can't help somebody who doesn't want to get help." I know it doesn't sound funny. You would have to see it actually in the timing, but it was a really funny moment.
Yeah. Yeah, Cheers is great.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, thanks for coming, Mario. OG fan, appreciate you. Some guy showed up. He hadn't seen the episode, and you'll have to let us know.
Skip it.
That.
We had a new guy in the chat, S-Beam.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks for Thanks for the conversation. Appreciate you guys. Yeah. Oof.
What's up? All the sad green faces.
Yeah. No, but thanks for joining us.
It's good
Next
to be
week
here.
we'll be back even after this crappy episode. We got to see how it ends.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's some sort of redemption thing going on. If not, I mean,
No.
you're gonna hear from us. So, yeah, tune in next week, 11 o'clock, usual time. Unless we feel really rambunctious, and it'll be like 3.
Yeah. It was fun talking to you guys. The episode wasn't fun.
No, it was a chore to get through.
Yeah.
But yeah, tune in next week. We'll let you know ahead of time, either 3 or 11, and yeah.
See ya.
Deal with this outro here. Oh.